that's what Eakes does. She leads the team in points and kills, and she's well over 100 on the season. This serve, interesting one, knuckleballer that almost found hardwood, however, a good dig from the Blue Hose. This one, up to Johnson, she couldn't find any hardwood. She'll try again, and a good little rally. Eakes a chance, digged yet again. And the fans getting into it. A tip from Eakes. And this one finally ends with an out. As the Bears win that point, and the crowd now fully into this game. As out of the timeout, the Bears with 2 straight points. Looked like Bumpers got a signal on her serve. As this one hit into the blockers and kicks wide of Padilla. She couldn't get a good enough handle on it. And they'll go back to the Blue Hose. And as said earlier, it feels just like a back and forth game so far, where the Blue Hose are taking a bigger advantage when they serve. And that certainly was not something we expected before we came into this game. Eakes a good attempt, however, the Blue Hose will tip it over. And that one just out, couldn't hold the line. As the Bears answer right back. And it'll be Brooke Phillips on the serve. But first a look, you can see just a little bit out. And this is the same Brooke Phillips, of course, 3rd in the country in aces per set. And look at me on that one. Called it as that one earns the Bears a point right off her serve, and she'll get a chance to do it again. And this is when the Bears can make a run. This time she gives it just a little too much juice as it goes out. And perhaps not on the run as these two teams start to draw closer to each other. Hannah Rowe set to serve again, the transfer from the University at Albany. Little tip here as that one found its way as Berinsky made a diving play to get it. I don't think she got any. As you can see, she had to come from the back line. She sprawled out, but I don't think she got any piece of it. The refs didn't blow the whistle early. As Eakes on the serve, it's a good one. However, kept up in the Blue Hose, a chance to kill. They do so after Padilla gets a hand on it, but again, goes to the far side. And it seems like these teams like to play to that far side, get their outside hitters working on that end. And on the blocks, just the angle's not closed well enough to save themselves points. Padilla with the chance, she gets blocked. Again, this one finds its way through, but too much power as it's out towards the Blue Hose bench. And a good run here from Presbyterian. Hoyos with the serve from Puerto Rico. This one, another quick up from Phillips, this time to Johnson, who sends it home. She'll quickly sub out. As you can see, yet another designed play where they just get it right in the middle. Allows an easier up and down as the ball finds its way to the hardwood, and it is now 16-12. Not a great set there as Davis will receive for the Bears. And they take advantage as another good kill, this time from Bumpers in the middle. See, Davis had all the time in the world, Phillips as well. And the lead setter for this team was able to set up Bumpers for an easy kill. So far this tournament, this is what we've seen a lot of. Teams going down in sets early and then scratching and clawing their way back. That's what Mercer is trying to do. As this one, a good job to send it straight back to where it came from. as that was Courtney Williams, and now on the serve, Lisa Hart. Hart from Hartwell, Georgia, so that works out, and Hart County High School. Her last name is spelled H-A-R-T, so that all seemed like destiny. Now with the Blue Hose, got her serve up. Little tip here that Davis is able to receive. And Padilla able to pick out her spot, and that one was in. That was a showing of finesse. Excellently placed. As you can see, she knew it was coming to her, and she was able to perfectly pick out her spot. I mean, it was played extremely well by Hoyos, but just exactly where it needed to be put by Padilla. This one out, and the Mercer Bears will keep serving. And when they were as far away as 6, they have now drawn it within 2, 17-15. Substitution here, as actually that one gets flipped over, 18-14. Referees came together and decided that Blue Hose won that. And that's a big difference between a 2-point game and a 4-point game. However, trying to draw it back to 2 is Padilla, as she kills that one and wins the point. Slams that one home, as it is now 18-15. So far right now, Mercer leading in kills, 10-7. That will now be 10-8 as the Blue Hose able to put that one. And they just 6 points away from that 25-point mark they need to win set 1. However, the hit percentage is what's been off for the Bears. They're just hovering around 100. Not very successful. And of course, the Bears, not a team known for their blocking, but have picked up 0 so far. Off the serve, they will pick up a point as that one out of play. And defensive specialist Davis will head off. And on will come Lou Johnson. Bears trying to bring this one a bit closer before they reach the 20-point mark. However, won't be able to do so here as a diving attempt kicks well out of play, as Havrilla couldn't get to that one. Rowe on the serve. Padilla receives, and Eakes with a good tip. Saw the blocker Williams jump, knew she had an opportunity, was able to dump it right into the Mercer logo. The Bears bench barking. Not sure that's too accurate for the mascot, as they will fault on the serve, and perhaps it is that curses. Now it is Rowe serving. It was Berinsky before. Rowe, one of the senior leaders on this team. Really just a mindful presence, as waiting for the call is everyone in the arena, and it is called for the Blue Hose. Interesting there, Mercer was looking for any indication and did not like the one they received, as they're now back down 5. We'll see what happened here, as set to the outside hitter. And I think it was a mix of whether it was in and out and if it made a touch off one of the Blue Hose players. And it looked to me like it might have kicked off her hand in the replay, as the Bears will take their second timeout of the set. A necessary one, as they trail by 5. Head coach Chad Sutton talking to his bench, as we'll take a last look at the last play. And you decide for yourselves at home. That one's certainly out, but you can see the Blue Hose player pop up and say, "I didn't touch it." As for them, this is a very good start. 3-6 on the season. They've played a lot of good competition, but perhaps not many as good as Mercer. I mean, Mercer only 1 loss on the season, and they right now are playing up, and that's something that Coach Steve Benson said he wants to do. He recognized that the team is still growing. They know they're playing up, and right now they are doing so successfully, and this is a way to grow your team, is to get big wins like this, and even if it's just a set or two, to pull those out, especially the first one. And this is a team that knows how to win. They just haven't been able to finish games. Multiple 5-set games.